High potential is your ability to consistently be at the forefront over the next many years, because it's a forward-looking assessment. It's not just current state assessment of your capability. One of the things I look for is drive. Super important. I think drive is one thing that cannot be taught. It cannot be instilled. Either you have drive or you don't have drive. That's my belief. So I look for people who have the hunger, the willingness to lead, and people that do that, they figure out how to get things done. They're not looking for you to tell them what to do, but they will push back and they will say, no, this is what I think it should be. So if you analyze that, it comes from a particular kind of people who are able to envision something and then able to stand up for it. And then I look for the ability to follow through on your commitment, on your passion, and just break down walls if you may. So there is an element of just persistence or tenacity that's a part of what encapsulates drive for me. I look for insight, the ability to look at a large set of data or observe a lot of things and then come up with something insightful. The ability to collaborate across cultures, ability to influence people that potentially have a conflict, professional conflict with you. The ability to take in information, project the future, being able to inspire people through that articulation of what that future is. So it's great you can envision, but can you really drive outcomes? Can you develop people? Can you inspire people? Can you think, can you engage in systems thinking for the entire organization, not for your function alone? So ability to form deep, meaningful, empathetic relationships with our clients, with partners, with one another. No individual joins an organization to be unsuccessful. Every individual has an innate desire to fulfill their potential, right? I feel like traditional HR methods, many of them don't recognize or don't give it as much importance as the voice of the organization in the process. What I look for in programs is flexibility, that respect for the individual's interests. And succession plan is necessary but not sufficient, I believe, because it allows you to cover your bases. It allows you to make sure you're de-risking your existing business plan. I find in many organizations, it's very prescriptive. It's there's a great rigor in process, but not enough participation, which I think takes a little away from the soul of what this is trying to do. They focus a lot on the tangible aspects of skill development. There is not enough focus in the emotional connection to the organization, to the purpose, the vision. Many of our best ideas were developed by individuals who were not given a formal responsibility of coming up with those ideas. So if you are really passionate about doing something and if it generally fits in with what we are trying to do, we would probably support it, even though we may not fully understand where it's going to go. So we have to keep our people in a general state of readiness. So that's why we look at broad competencies, we look at, so functional competencies, leadership competencies. We look at also, very important for us is what's your level of commitment? And what are we as a company doing to involve you, engage you, make you part of the organization? I think it was beautifully summarized by Packard of Hewlett-Packard many years back when he said, no organization can consistently grow its revenues faster than its ability to grow talent. As organizations have been growing rapidly and increasingly, it's become such an uncertain world that we don't even know, which area of business or which line of business we want to grow in. Our reliance on talent that can, figure out that path and then can lead the business through and get the outcomes that we want is super high. So enabling potential is a key part of why we exist, and therefore, allowing smart people to identify and fulfill their potential is a key part of, what we believe in. So even from that perspective, identifying high potential people and helping them enable their potential is really important to us.